All right, welcome back to Fast Gadgets. So this is a follow-up on the e-machines video I did earlier. Some of you were saying that I should try the RAM. So I've actually taken out the old RAM and I've actually purchased 4 1 GB DIMMs, which I'm actually going to put in the computer behind the e-machines computer, but I'll talk about that on a different video. But I wanted to do a test to see if some new RAM would work, because if most of you are, well, I should say the ones who suggested this are correct, I'll just buy 4 more of these things. They were so cheap. Actually, I think this only goes up to 2 GB, but even so, I'll put in 2 GB and then I can use it to do all kinds of cool stuff, like make it into a DOS machine or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put one in. We're going to see if this thing works. I actually get to break the seal, and it didn't break very well, did it? They never do. That's all right. And as you can see, I've got my little helper in here. Her actual name is Captain Janeway. She's about 16 years old, maybe 17 years old now. So she's getting up there. So we're going to put this RAM stick in, and this machine does not like to boot unless the RAM is in the first slot. So I'll go ahead and put it in there, and I'm going to connect all the connectors. And you may hear another computer running. I've actually got my AMD K62 who's kidding who? Phenom 2 X6, more importantly. And here's my connector. I've got a VGA to HDMI active powered connector, and it works great. And I did test it to make absolutely sure it was working, and it really was working. So I should get something. And what's interesting is I just saw lights on the keyboard when I plugged it in. How wild is that? Okay, mouse is USB, so we'll put that in. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead, I'm not sure which HDMI I'm plugged into. For some reason I'm thinking I'm plugged into HDMI 3. So let's see, input. Okay, so basically if I go into input, there we go. You can see the little arrow next to HDMI 1, that's my main computer, and this arrow just appeared next to HDMI 3, so it tells me that's a live physical connection. And since I've got the power in, I'm thinking that's why we see that arrow. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it up, and we'll hope for the best. Hopefully it won't damage the RAM if there is a problem with it. Really hoping it'll post. Ooh! Did you hear that? We got a beep, dudes. Dudes, we are in business, man! Alright! Ooh, Celeron 2 gigahertz. I'm excited now. Let's see it boot up and see what we get. It wants a CMOS checksum change. So give me 1 second here. Apologize for the terribly sloppy camera work, but I'm just trying to get it set up so that you guys can see the monitor. And I will take care of the light here. All right. So let's go into, let's see, re-enter CPU settings in the CMOS setup. F1 to continue, F2 to go into setup. Keep in mind that I did indeed reset the BIOS. So, and this is a 2 gigahertz. So I'm going to do save and exit setup, and then yes. And then enter. And all right, man. It was only the RAM. I will definitely say thank you to the person who suggested that. And I didn't have RAM at the time, but I was buying RAM for the other system, so I figured why not? So it looks like whoever did this cleared the hard drive, but that's no big deal whatsoever. I'm going to put some other OS on it, like DOS or something anyway. So too cool for words. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Fast Gadgets.